Vamos lá.
What?
Isn't that how you say let's go in Portuguese?
Oh, vamos lá.
Vamos lá.
Perfect.
Vamos lá!
In Portuguese, I didn't know that.
Sim, para! I mean, I just know a few things, but I'm very proud of the few things that I know. Hi, this is ALLIE X, and you're watching Keeping Track. Well, I describe my genre for the songs that I release as ALLIE X as electronic detuned dream pop. Yeah. But I think overall, the way that I approach songs is very melodic and theatrical, for better or for worse. It's just very much who I am. I was like that little girl that was like singing Disney songs and Les Mis and stuff, you know, and that's like so much a part of who I am. I never got into High School Musical, but as a kid I was into like all the Disney films, like Little Mermaid, I was obsessed, like Five Goes West, like all the old school, Cinderella, Sleeping Beauty, like I loved it all. And yeah, I've always loved a soaring melody. I love like ABBA, you know. Which is, it's not the best way to be nowadays because pop music is not that anymore. It was like that in the 80s, you know, it was in 90s, like big soaring ballads and stuff. Now it's like urban music has taken over and it's way more casual and sort of like monotone. I mean, I've been asked that question before, and the answer I give is that it's not exactly a conscious effort. It's just sort of, my taste evolves, you know, like just like how 5 years ago maybe I thought it was cool to wear turquoise lipstick and now I don't anymore, you know. It's like, it's just sort of an evolution. With Super Sunset, I felt like I wanted to do something really cohesive. I wanted it to be, I didn't want it to be, I didn't want the sonics of it, the audio, to be super plastic and shiny. I wanted it to be a little more gritty and lo-fi. I wanted it to sound like there was sort of a nostalgia and like an analog sound to it. So that's kind of was my approach to that. Like before the record came out, Super Sunset, I had all the demos, but they sounded too clean, so I took them to a producer and I said basically like, let's fuck it up, you know? Yeah, basically there's, yeah, the Nun, the Hollywood Starlet, and Sci-Fi Girl, and each of them represent a person that I felt that I had become in my journey in Los Angeles. So the Nun represents like who I was when I got off the plane at LAX, just like someone who was doing it for spiritual reasons and who was authentically an artist and very kind of naive, I think, very kind of like innocent. And then the Starlet is the opposite of that. That's somebody who's been in Hollywood for too long and has gotten the boob job and has dyed her hair blonde and has, you know, had her face Botoxed into a constant smile. And then Sci-Fi Girl is a little trickier. It's the one that's closest to me. It's kind of like the ALLIE X persona. The way that ALLIE X is perceived by the public as this sort of like weird, quirky, from outer space. I mean, I relate to her the most, yeah. But it's more the perception and sort of a sort of path that I took because I went with the perception. And I like Sci-Fi Girl. Like I said, I relate to her the most. Yeah, Girl of the Year is my favorite. I just feel like it's got this classic melody, and if someone else released it, I know that I would like stan it. It felt good. I mean, it's cool to have been here 3 years ago and to come back and feel proud of the progress that I've made and see that, you know, in Curitiba where I played, like they were screaming the words to everything on Super Sunset, so obviously it made its way over, which is great. yeah, it feels good. The songs from Super Sunset are fun live, particularly Science and Girl of the Year. I love singing those too, yeah. Oi, Brazil! Obrigada! How do I say like thank you for supporting me? Muito obrigado por me apoiar.